Hi everyone, and welcome to Paper Pumpkin Week here on Creative Chelsey. Over the last week, I've shared some great card ideas you can make with the December 2025 Paper Pumpkin Kit called Watercolor in Bloom. Today I'm sharing with you my 6th alternative card idea. The kit creates a total of 9 cards, 3 in these 3 different designs, along with coordinating envelopes. If you'd like to watch me unbox the kit and create these cards or see any of my other alternative projects, you can click on the playlist in the top right corner. For today's card, I made this beautiful alternative. And this card features a lot of layered elements with an embossed panel, a soft banner sentiment, and a peak of botanical die cuts tucked inside. The watercolor style background gives instant depth, while the white, twine, and subtle embellishments add just the right amount of texture and sparkle. It's a wonderful layout for thank you cards, encouragement cards, or even just a happy hello. Let's just go ahead and walk through some of the pieces you're going to need. We have our last piece of the oval label. I also have the rectangle vellum. This is the small rectangle. I have the small leaf die cut, as well as the leftover piece of that blue to green card base. I also have a scrap piece from the envelope, as well as a new envelope. From my own stash, I have some cloud cover cardstock. This piece is 2.5 inches by 3 inches, and we're going to emboss on it. And then I have my card base of thick basic white cardstock. To begin, we're going to start by cutting our envelope, and you just want to cut off a small amount from the bottom and the sides, and that's going to give us this beautiful pattern that we're going to use at the bottom of our card base. Okay, so we're going to open this up. And we are going to cut off 2 inches. And then we're going to rotate this. Let's just cut 4¼ inches. Like that. So that's going to go all the way across our card base. For this piece, we're going to cut off 1/4 inch from the top. And that's going to give us a final piece that is 4 inches by 4¼ inches. So this is 4¼ inches and this is 4 inches. Let's go ahead and add these pieces to our card base. We're going to begin with the pattern from the envelope. And it's just going to go edge to edge with that floral pattern at the bottom. Okay, just smooth out any liquid glue that you used. And then you're going to add the blue to green card base at the top. Again, edge to edge. And smooth that out. So we have our card base all ready to go. Let's next work on the banner detail. We have the vellum is going to go at the top, and then the cloud cover piece is going at the bottom. I wanted to add a little embossed detail, so I'm using the Soft Waves 3D embossing folder. You could use any embossing folder you have. And I wanted my waves to go horizontally across the card. And so I'm putting this short edge at the top. So that way the long edge has those waves. So they're running horizontally. So I really love both sides of this embossing folder. So you can kind of see, this is the front, this is the back. I kind of wanted the back for my card. So I'm going to place it like this, and then I'm going to also cut a banner shape here. So this is 3 inches, so it's going to be 1.5 inches is the half mark. Because it's so wide, I wanted to make sure that I got correct right in the center. So that's why I used my paper trimmer. And then from there, I can just go from corner to the top of that slit. And that slit is probably just like 3/8 of an inch deep. So not a super deep banner. And then we're going to add these two together like this. And you could use any sort of adhesive here. I think I'm just going to use some tear and tape because then I can stick my other elements on top of it. So just put those two pieces right next to each other. I'm going to just do the tear and tape on one piece first. Make sure that is adhered and then flip it over. I guess the vellum doesn't need to be flipped over, but and then you can match those edges up. There. Okay, so then that holds it together. I'm going to go ahead and remove this and just lay it here for now. It's not sticking to that. So we're going to do these two scrap pieces. We're going to turn into our background. And by doing that, we need to first fussy cut around the foliage here. So just, you're going to include all of the little pieces, including the little flower sprig things. Okay. So there's that first piece. I do not need to keep the white along this bottom edge, so we're going to just cut that off. And then we can add this. We'll just add it to the top of that piece. Okay, just like that. If you wanted to put some dimensionals back there to pop it up, you can, but it's okay if it's flat. And then we're going to repeat for this second one. And then we'll put it on the right side. Okay, so there's the second one, and we'll just put it over here on this side. Just like that. Okay, so here in the middle where there's a little bit of a gap, we're going to cover that up with the small little die cut and just pop that right there in the middle. So cute. So for our greeting, we're going to stamp that in the Night of Navy. And I'm just going to do thank you. You could use any greeting that you want. And put it low enough that when you put the strip on, you will still be able to see the greeting. And this gets popped up with dimensionals. And I'm also going to pop up the strip with dimensionals as well. So I'm going to cut some of the ones from the edge. I hope they fit. If not, I can trim them down a little bit more. Okay, I think that's good. So the greeting will go down first. It's going to go on the right side. So kind of match up. The straight edge will just meet the straight edge of the bottom of the leaves. Let's put a little bit of liquid adhesive on this side, just so that it connects here. Just like that. Oh, hold on. Needs to go down just a little further because that was on top of the label. So down just a little bit further so that it doesn't, there. And that just covers up that seam between the two patterns. And then I'm going to just angle the edge here and repeat that same angle over here. So the width of that strip doesn't really matter, just to whatever length that you like. And then we can add this to our card. And I'm just going to add it with liquid adhesive. Make sure to hide your liquid adhesive behind your other elements on that vellum. So don't go any higher. And once that's in place, make sure to smooth it out. And then we can add our embellishments, and I'm going to do a double bow with some white baker's twine. I'm going to get about 16 inches. You could go a little bit more if you wanted to. And I'm going to show you a quick trick. It's really simpler than it maybe even looks. So you're going to put your ends together, grab the center of your twine, and pinch it between your thumb and your middle finger with the strings in front. Okay, so just like this. Then you're going to take one, wrap it behind, then in front, then behind again, and then in front, and hold that down. And then repeat. So we're going to go, this time we're going to go in front, and then behind, in front, and then behind it. I guess the wrapping doesn't really matter, but this one needs to get tucked between your fingers to the back. Okay, so you have one of the tails in the back and one of the tails in the front. And then you're going to tie a knot. So then they kind of meet in the middle, and you're going to tie a knot. Okay, just like that. And then it looks like my loops are a little off center, and that's okay. So I'm just going to take one and kind of pull one bigger, and then make one smaller on that side, and then it kind of evens it out. And I'm going to add this to my card right to the left of my greeting with a glue dot. Pop that on. Fluff it a little bit. I can also, let's see, work on that a little bit. There we go. So there's that double bow. Give that double bow a try the next time you want to make one. It's actually really simple. Just remember to cross, and then one tail's in the front and one tail's in the back to be able to tie that knot. And then I wanted to add some more blue and green to the card, and so I pulled out these faceted snowflakes. And even though they're called snowflakes, they don't necessarily look like snowflakes. And so I thought they were a really beautiful addition to this card. So a couple down by the greeting, and then maybe a couple up near the top. Let's do one more big one off to this side. There we go. And your card is all done. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching me create this beautiful card today. If you're interested in getting your own paper pumpkin subscription, please use the link in the description below to subscribe. If you would like to see written instructions or close-up images on how I created this card, you can visit my blog, creativechelsey.com. Thanks so much for watching. Have a creative day. Bye.